What is the exit strategy then for Bitcoin for you?
There is no exit strategy.
No, and I mean, do you think that we'll see some sort of a Fed vehicle like the 1031 exchange that would allow you a move out of something like this into something else, a like-in-kind asset? I mean,
see, the point is, why would you exit from the best investment asset in the world if it keeps getting better? Like, there's nothing you can buy that's better. So you're selling the winner to buy the loser.
When should you sell your Bitcoin? This is a question I've seen pop up a lot recently, triggered from the most recent Bitcoin crash. Investors, especially newer investors to the cryptocurrency scene, are formulating their exit strategies in the case that Bitcoin recovers and goes back to its heights so they can take profits along the way, or they are looking to get out before the price falls anymore. In this video, Michael Saylor gives some timely advice regarding when to sell Bitcoin and what exit strategy to have in place. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video where we cover some recent extremely bullish price catalysts for Bitcoin that have just been announced. Also, only a tiny percentage of my viewers are actually subscribed. If you enjoy crypto content, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
Like, there's nothing you can buy that's better. So you're selling the winner to buy the loser. Let me make it simpler. If you owned a company in Venezuela, and the company sold anything, and you got paid in bolivars, and you decided that, and you knew that the bolivar is going to keep falling at like 20-30% a year, and you roll the clock back 20 years. If you were unwise, you just keep working, and eventually your assets go to zero. And if you were smart, you would convert your cash flows into US dollars and put it in a bank in New York City. Now, when would you exit from the dollars in New York City and trade back into the bolivars in Venezuela?
Right. Unless if that became if that became the leading currency in the world.
Well, what if the United States government said, well, you can do it tax-free? You're still not going to do it.
No, right, exactly.
Right? I mean, and that would be the case for any weakening currency in Argentina. And if you're in Zimbabwe, when are you going to exit your U.S.? If you basically bought, a New York City apartment and companies in New York City, and you're a billionaire in the United States, when are you going to sell all that and reinvest it back in Zimbabwe? You're not ever.
Right. So you would just
because the point is, one of the assets is stronger than the other asset. If Bitcoin is capped at 21 million for the next 1,000 years, it's only going to get more valuable, right? You can make more apartments in New York City. You can print more US dollars. You can create more houses on the beach. You can create more artwork, Give me something which is scarcer than pure monetary energy on the dominant global digital monetary network. There's not ever going to be anything. Like 100 years from now, there won't be anything, right?
Right.
It's not like buying, you could say it's like buying a block of Manhattan 200 years ago, but it's better than that. Because if you bought land in Manhattan 200 years ago, when would you sell it? To buy land in Kansas? Why would you ever, right? You wouldn't ever sell it. But this is better than that, because this is one city in cyberspace where 5 billion people are going to live there. You don't need the second city or the third. Right. Like whereas you can make the argument that, well, you need a Tokyo and a London and a Paris. But in cyberspace, people in Tokyo, London, and Paris and Manhattan are all putting their money in Bitcoin. So this is it's a global dominant pure monetary energy network. So you don't need an exit strategy, right? Diversification is selling the winner to buy the losers. Right. You're not getting it's like an exit strategy from a country where the currency is collapsing. You're reinvesting back into a place that's weakening. So the right thing to do is the opposite. And what you should expect is an inversion of the entire financial order. As Bitcoin grows, you're going to see people sweep greater portions of their investable assets into Bitcoin and the entire ecosystem will reorient where Bitcoin is the center of the universe. And at some point, Bitcoin becomes $100 trillion to $200 trillion of an asset, and everything else is a derivative of Bitcoin. It's basically synced to the Bitcoin standard.
The Bitcoin standard, and holding it forever. I mean, there is no exit strategy as a store of value. I mean, so you truly see it as the ultimate store of value then?
There's nothing better, you see?
Yeah.
Like, Bitcoin is a crypto asset network engineered to be the ultimate long duration safe haven asset. All the things about it. For example, the 21 million hard cap protocol, that's critical. The proof of work mining network, that's critical. The fact that it's thermodynamically sound with an open permissionless protocol, that's critical. Is there anything better than that on Earth? No. It's 100 times more powerful than the next closest like-kind thing. So you're not going to, the world's not going back to a gold standard, because gold isn't a network and it doesn't have a protocol. You can't synchronize gold on 5 billion mobile phones every second, right? You're not going to go to a silver standard. You're not going to go to uranium or lumber. So what are you going to do? You're going to use sovereign debt? No, because you can't synchronize U.S. Treasury bills onto 5 billion mobile phones in Zimbabwe. It's illegal to do it in Nigeria or Venezuela. It's not going to happen, right? What are you going to do? ETFs? Nope. Another crypto? Well, there is no other crypto that's got the proof of work, stability, and security of the Bitcoin network. So there isn't anything, right? So that's why you don't trade in and out of it. You buy it, and then you hold it, and you just let nature take its course, because the monetary energy in the world is just surging into this network as people realize it's the strongest monetary protocol and the strongest monetary asset in the world.
You don't need an exit strategy. Diversification is selling the winners to buy the losers. What a quote. It's always a pleasure hearing Michael Saylor's thoughts, and that's a pretty high conviction stance. And when news like Joe Biden unveiling a new $6 trillion spending budget coming out today, can you blame him? Hyperinflation is here, the Federal Reserve is stuck between a rock and a hard place, they can't raise interest rates without decimating the world economy, and they can't keep lowering them because of hyperinflation, so where else can you turn? To me, the only solution is Bitcoin. I shared this today with my community. When Stan Druckenmiller, Paul Tudor Jones, and Ray Dalio all see the oncoming inflation tsunami and turn to Bitcoin, what do they know that you refuse to accept? Don't drown under inflation. Anyway guys, hope that provided you with some value. If you think there's a better hedge against inflation than Bitcoin, please let me know in the comments. I love constructive counterpoints. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, have a great day.